What's going on, guys? It's Uche and Joku, Sneaker Principal, and it is time for me to do a video about my FX3. So I know some of you are looking at this right now and you're asking yourselves, like, where is the camera? It's right here. It's right there. That's the FX3 right there. And I got back from this weekend spending time with my uncle, working on a documentary idea that I have. It's not even an idea anymore. It's actually an actual documentary. We're Nigerian, West African, and my uncle, who will be 75 this year, I am speaking with him and plan to interview other uncles of mine and aunts who are all from that generation. They're all cousins who grew up as kids during the Nigerian Civil War, the Biafra War. So I decided to use my FX3 to create this documentary, this archive of their experiences during the Civil War that was atrocious and cost the lives of many Igbo people. And my father, who passed away this past August, was one of a few members of the family who actually served in that war as a soldier. He apparently didn't tell anyone and took off to go join a war. And he was, according to what I'm hearing now, was pretty young. He was probably about 12, 13 years old, maybe a little bit older, maybe 14, when he decided to take off and decided he was going to go serve in the military to defend his homeland. So, but that documentary is probably going to take me some time to put together. Just the first interview was over 3 hours long. And I have an uncle who is my uncle's cousin, who is in Rhode Island, another one in Seattle, there's some in Texas. And then I'm thinking about, talk to other people, friends of mine whose parents are around, who are in part of that age group, who are there, that I want to interview as well. I'm just compelled this year to document that story because so many of us whose parents served know very little about what happened, especially firsthand experiences. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But however, the point of this video is to show you my FX3. And the way I'm going to do that is by pretty much taking this apart so you can see what makes up this particular rig and why this is such an amazing camera. The only thing that's not here right now is the lens. The lens that I used is the 16 to 35, which I think is right here. Let me grab that. Here you go, right here. It's a 16 to 35 G Master 2.8. That's the lens that I use with this. So pretty much the full setup. And I don't know why I didn't think about making sure. I took the lens off when I was done. The full setup for this documentary looked like this. Ta-da! This was the setup right here. So what you have here is the G Master lens, the FX3. Right there. Then the handle, which I have actually fully extended with a small rig, metal reinforcement. People complain about this audio handle being plasticky, and I'm like, but the lens is plasticky too. Like, what are we talking about here? I did agree that the handle was kind of a little uncomfortable because I have huge hands. So without this metal reinforcer, really, it's what it really is. I mean, it gives you some more drill holes here to mount other things to, but I'm like, what else would I mount over here? The fact that now I can actually grip the whole entire thing and it feels very comfortable is amazing. But by itself, it still was fine. It's just that me having big hands, the extension, I mean, my hands literally went beyond the space right here. right here. You know, after here, there's nothing. So this additional 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, makes a huge difference. But yeah, so I'm going to take this apart, and as I take it apart, I'm going to tell you what's here and why it's here. Full disclosure, when I did the recording, I didn't do it handheld. This camera actually sat on a tripod. So and this tripod right now is being utilized with my FX3 to record this video. Yeah, let me take this apart. So first off, there is a side grip here, which is amazing. This allows me to be able to actually hold the camera handheld with 2 hands comfortably. So this is the left-handed grip, because the right grip is perfect by itself, but having this additional grip on the side is amazing. This is from Tilta. From Tilta, has a nice little full leather padded hand support. I don't know what to call it. It's pretty cool. But what's interesting about this as well, I had it upside down, like this on the left hand, is this can actually take a battery, which I haven't even looked into because I really wanted more for hand support. And it plugs in here, which allows you to actually start your recording from the hand grip. You hit the button to record, but I have no use for that right now because I don't really see myself ever needing to do that, because on this side right here is the record button. So I don't need to have that on both ends. So this is just I use really as a grip. So, and it works out pretty well. So take that off. I'm going to go ahead and start unplugging some stuff. What's going on here? So right here is the attachment to secure my HDMI cord. The great thing about the FX3 and the 30 is you have a full HDMI connector right there, which is amazing. We all know how annoying it is to deal with micro HDMIs and the potential of them breaking. I've actually had one break on me, which I always thought when people complain about, you know, micro HDMIs breaking, I was like, y'all doing the most. And until it happened to me, and I was like, that sucks. So I just took up the HDMI, which is for my Ninja Atomos. I think this is the Atomos V, the 5 Ninja V. So so that's there. Is actually, when I'm actually using this, I'm actually using it powered to a ZG Cine V battery right there. I'm sorry, Z battery. This is I think a 99 watt. It's amazing. I haven't charged it since I last used it. Let me see how much juice is on here. Oh, it's completely dead. It's completely dead. But I used it for a couple of hours, and then after that, I actually used it again to do some other stuff. So that's the battery. As you can see, there's a mounting plate on here with the V plate on the back here, which allows me to mount the battery and then be able to use it as a power source for the Atomos Ninja V, and as well as to power my camera as well, so I don't have to worry about losing juice. And I have 2 of these, so at any given time I can have one charging and one on the camera. But with at 100%, this can last for a good 6 hours. And I'm sorry, there's no other reason for me to be recording beyond 6 hours. So like in this case, it was 3 hours of recording, and I still had like 50% left, and it was perfect. So let me go ahead and I hope I'm able to get this unscrewed. So yeah, I need to grab a pen. Hopefully I wasn't going too long. So I just need to be able to here we go. So I just need to be able to unscrew this. So here it is, the Ninja V, Atomos Ninja V. I have a 1 terabyte drive on there, always have a drive on there. Because what I do is, regardless, even though I'm recording internally in here with 2 SD cards, but it does have 2 SD cards slots right there, I still record to the monitor as well. I don't know why, but I'm just curious. But sometimes I wonder whether or not I might get creative with what I record on here, and also be able to see the different resolution between what records here raw versus what it records onto the camera. So the 3 hours was also recorded on the Atomos. So that's taking out the USB-C cord that powered my camera, so I didn't have to worry about battery life on here. And it's funny because I wonder how much juice I have left on the camera. 100%. I'm sure you can see that. Let me see if you can see that. You see right there? 100%. Right there. 100% still. So, which is amazing, because usually you're worried about battery life. This kept it powered, and it literally just took all the juice from the V mount battery, and the camera is still 100% right now. So now, what else is here? Oh, then of course you have the mic, and the audio from this was actually freaking amazing. I won't even lie to you. I was worried about the audio, and it came out like amazing. I was filming in his apartment, untreated space, but a bit still. It's just, I mean, it's a well-lived-in space, carpet, furniture, and everything else. But this is the Rode NTG1. NTG1. And this guy right here is amazing, and is the XLR connector, so it works perfectly. I should have showed you this. By itself, it's like loose. So this rubber grip I got on Amazon for like $8 for like 2 of them. You know, you wrap it around here, put it on here, and it gives you a nice, gives you a nice firm grip. So it's steady. So yeah, let me take this out. I leave the grip in there so I never forget it. The mic is out. So, and then the XLR connector. I think this is 6 inches about, 6 inches about, which is perfect. So I don't have extra cords and everything. And one of the things that I thought about was, as I was doing the interview, I realized, no, I didn't realize, I did bring my Rode Wireless Go, because I had never actually used the XLR ports and the regular audio input that you would use with a 3 inch, 1.5 inch, whatever, the little plug-in that you use for like your Rode, or even like the other NTG mics, like, you know, the little mini audio plugs that goes right in here. It goes right in here in this goes right into this port right here. And it's right there. I hadn't tried it before, so I wasn't prepared, and I didn't know whether or not I could actually record with the XLR and that at the same time, so I can get my audio. And I found that I couldn't. And I finally found out I can't use those 2 simultaneously. I can use the other port to have a handheld mic. So it's interesting, because next time what I'm going to do is, I have XLR cables, I have multiple Shure mics, and I'm going to have one of my Shure mics, probably like, it was at the 52. I'm going to have that mic handheld, so when I'm asking questions, I get my audio in there as well. But it did work out, because I was near enough to the camera where all my questions were picked up by the camera. So and I can go back in there and just boost those portions of the audio. Unfortunately, it's all on one track. It didn't record a multi-track, and if there's a way to do that, I gotta figure that out. But it still worked out pretty well. But next time I probably will have probably like a little 3-foot camera cord, XLR, not camera cord, XLR cable from the camera so that I can have a handheld for when I'm asking questions during the interview, so I can get really good audio from me. So now I have that. I'm gonna take off the, and I gotta tell you guys, I really love this this extension from Small Rig, because by itself, I'm not gonna take this apart. I keep this the way it is right here. This comes with just the black portion, and that gunmetal gray is the additional from Small Rig. So imagine without this portion, it just looks kind of like this, like this. That's what it looks like. It's like that. But then you add the other portion, so now you have a full grip. You have a full grip on here, you know, and it just feels good in the hand. And yes, it is plasticky, but it doesn't bother me, not even a bit. But yeah, and the great thing about it is it has the house shoe adapter right here with the pins, so it digitally goes straight into the camera. I don't have to plug anything beyond just attaching it to the top like that. And the great thing about this, I can use this on my FX30 if I need to. I don't see a need for that, because in the FX30, I usually do what I'm using it right now. Everything is kind of plugged in. But for my, it's weird saying professional setup, because both will do the job. It's just a matter of making the right adjustments to the settings to get what you want out of either the FX3, the FX3, the FX30, or even the ZVE1, which is purported to be a baby FX3, because it's also a full frame and has the same sensor. But so far I've been using all three cameras. The ZVE1 more as my daily carry. Anywhere I am, I can record video, take some pictures, or whatever the case may be. Not as much pictures, because I usually have my X-T5 with me. But that's the Fujifilm X-T5. But if when it comes to being out and about and recording video outside, my ZVE1 does the job. But for in-house, because I do a lot of recording in the house, the FX30 is perfect. I literally have it on a tripod. I position it where I need to position it. If I'm sitting on the couch, if I'm in the kitchen, or wherever I am, I just hit record, and I can record. And I still get pretty much the same quality across all three cameras, because I'm very simple. I'm not here trying to make the next creator or anything like that. I just want to create content for myself. So but yeah, so this I can use on the actually, you know, I didn't think about that. I could probably use it I could use it on all three cameras. I can, but it has the same pin situation on the ZVE1. I haven't tried it yet, but I will try it. Okay, and now what's next here? So this is the camera. It's on the rig plate, the rig mount. You know, I think that's what I would call it, the rig mount. This portion right here, the back plate for the V battery pack. You know, you see the V back here. Oh, I don't want to bang my camera now. See the V, and it's called a V mount. It's at the V right there. And you can see it, the V. See that V right there? Click on top. But then now, all I gotta do now is take this portion out. Perfect. And the great thing about this is, so now this is the FX3 handheld. The great thing about this is I can mount my FX30 on here, slide it on here, is on there. My ZVE1, same thing, slide it on here. So if I wanted to position any of those cameras on this mount, I just slide it on here and plug everything back, literally everything that was mounted onto this camera, onto those cameras using this mounting plate, and it's amazing. Even my R5, same thing. It has a Tilta cage on there that also has the rail mount that I can just slide onto here. So yeah, and then the last thing to do, which should have probably been the first thing, is to take off. Where are you? The lens. And then, of course, you always want to protect the sensor. I probably should have covered this first. I'm being an amateur here. And that's pretty much it. So this is the FX3, full frame, cinema line, and right now I'm utilizing it to document the story of my family. And these are all the pieces from that big old rig that you saw earlier. Oops. And trying to make sure I'm filling the frame up. So I decided to take a different pathway in talking about my rig, because usually what happens is everyone is building the rig. I haven't seen anybody actually disassemble a rig. So, but the great thing I love about this again is that outside of everything here, I can actually literally utilize with either the and just swap this out, pick up the FX3 and put in the ZVE1 or the FX30 that's recording right now. And then outside of this, and this, the battery, the base for the rig, I don't know. So everything else here on the table, all this stuff right here, you see it? I can literally take my Canon R5 and build a rig with that as well. The only thing I would have to do is just probably use my Rode video mic for audio. But the great thing about this is that all these are interchangeable, and being able to build another rig with Canon. So yeah, I just want to share this with you. Hopefully this was enjoyable. It's actually kind of, low-key, it's kind of fun. It's kind of like a little bit of camera crack. People talk about gas. They need to create a acronym for crack. Camera, R something, addiction, whatever, because building it each time is just so satisfying. And even taking it apart is satisfying as well. So with that being said, thank you so much for your time. I hope this was enjoyable. Please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, share, do all those good things. And till next time, be well.